Hi everyone, my name is Mim and I'll be taking you through some stretches for the lower half of your body. So you'd love to have a wall or a corner of a room so you can use it for support, yeah? So we are going to start standing, leaning up against the wall. So we're going to face the wall, hands are on the wall, pretty much shoulder height. You don't want to be super high, you don't want to be super low with those arms. So just under the shoulders, just level with the shoulders. You're going to take a step forward with the left leg and you're going to have the right leg behind. Both heels are going to be planted into the floor. So if you're wearing shoes, much nicer to do without shoes, yeah? So from here, all I want you to do is just sit down into a little lunge, into a little squat to find the stretch through the calf here of the right leg behind. Don't let the heel lift, keep the torso long, keep the tummy active to support the lower back. And just as you breathe out, could you sink a little deeper, not allowing the heel to lift. Hold it here again for 3. Hold it here again for 2. Big breath in and out and stand up tall. Same leg, let's change the position, yeah? Bring the leg a little closer to the wall. So the left toe is right up against the wall or just behind the wall. Right leg is 1.5 foot probably behind the left leg. Heel is planted into the mat, hands on the wall, and slowly lower yourself down. So you want to really be mindful that nothing feeds into the lower back. Looking for a stretch through the right calf. So you lower down as low as feels comfortable for you. So now if there's pain in the back, don't go so low, yeah? Lift up a little higher. If there's pain in the knee, again, don't go so low. We are just looking for a stretch through the right calf. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. Last breath in and out, and we stand tall. Let's swap it over to the other side. So the right leg is now forward, toe is up against the wall. Left leg is a good, probably 2 feet behind. Heels are down, toes point forward, and again, just bend the knee, lower the bottom down to find a stretch through the left calf for me now. So here I've got the stretch from the back of the heel up through to midway in my calf. Sitting down a little deeper if you can. And we hold here for 3. Hold here for 2. Last breath in. Last breath out, and we stand up tall. Same. Let's bring the leg a little closer. So it's about 1.5 foot, so say 40 centimeters away from the wall. Right toe is still up against the wall. Hands are on the wall, up tall through the torso. Little pelvic tilt. Don't go into the duck bum position. Bend the knees. Push the bottom back like you want to sit in a chair to find the stretch through the left calf. So if you're not finding a stretch here in this position, guys, play around with where you need the foot. You might like him a little further back. You might like him a little closer in. Everyone's different. Keeping the heels down onto the mat, and let's hold for 3. Let's hold for 2. Last breath in and out, and we stand. So there are 2 main muscles in our calves, the soleus and the gastroc. That was a soleus stretch for the smaller out of the 2 main muscles. Now the gastroc, the main one that we find. Place the toes up against the wall. Heel beds down into the floor. Hands are up against the wall for support. Draw the tummy in and bring the chest as close to the wall as you can to find the stretch. So here on this particular stretch, I get a stretch probably just behind the knee, just underneath the knee, down through the bulk of that calf muscle, and then it sort of dissipates under that big bulge of your calf muscle. Let's hold this stretch again for 3. So I've picked 3 breaths for our stretches today, but you could easily hold up to 10 breaths, even 15 if you're feeling particularly tight. We're aiming for a good minute stretch, but with time and going through all the stretches, we're not going to hold them as long. But you might like to come back or pause and do them for a little bit longer. and relax. Let's swap legs. Do the same on the left. So the toes of the left leg go up onto the wall. Heel of the left leg bends down into the floor. Draw the tummy in. Keep the tilt of the pelvis and bring yourself in as close to the wall as feels comfortable for you. So finding that stretch through the calf. So for me here, it is my dodgy side. There we go. So that left leg, the one we're stretching now, the toes are on the wall, the heel is bedding down into the floor. And you want to bring the torso as close to the wall as feels comfortable. Keep that left knee as long as you can, so there's no bend. We've not locked out the limb, but it's a definite straight leg. Again, let's hold for 3. Hold for 2. Last breath in and out and pull away. Lovely work for me, guys. So we're going to sit down into the corner. So you've wedged yourself into the corner of your room. If you don't have a corner, if you just have a plain flat wall, you could do it there as well. So, in your corner, legs are as close to you and knees are bent. Right leg is going to go forward, toes point up to the ceiling. Hips are always going to push into the wall. Torso's nice and long. You've zipped up your skinny jean to support the lower back. You're just going to lean forward. So what we don't want to have, guys, is we don't want you rounding forward. As soon as you round, you're going to work through the lower back. We want to find a stretch through the back of your legs. So if we're here, long like there's a rod in our spine, you want to keep that long spine feeling. Draw the tummy in and pitch it forward from the hips. Keep the shoulders open. Keep the tummy on. Keep the leg long to find that stretch. Again, let's hold for 3. So for me, I've got a little bit through my hamstring and a little bit through the calf here on the right. Last 2. Last breath in. Last breath out. Bring it back. And let's swap legs. So sitting here in our chair, knees are bent. Left leg goes out. Dig the hole. Dig the heel into the floor. Up nice and tall. Wedge yourself into the wall. Feel anchored here, yeah? Big breath in. Keep the torso long. Don't round forward. So less is more. So this is all I need, and I've got that stretch happening. As soon as I round forward, I lose the stretch. So resist that temptation to round. Keep the torso nice and long and lean forward. Think the chin wants to lead the way forward, not the shoulders. Collarbone stays open. Navel pulls in. Let's hold again for 3. Getting that stretch through the hamstring, through the calf possibly. Last breath in, last breath out, and bring it back up. Lovely work. So stretched a little bit through the back of the legs. We're going to stand you up. I'm going to get you to hold the wall. We're going to stretch your hip and your quad. So let's step forward with the left leg. Let's step back with the right leg. So here, side on, so you could possibly see. You want to think about that hip. Holding onto the wall, you could also do it both hands, one on each wall, facing into your corner. That'll give you a bit more support as well. So we are here. Left leg is forward, right leg is back. So I always think stiletto shoes on the back, ballet flats on the front. Thinking about the pelvis, about your hip. All I want you to do is breathe out and find a little pelvic tilt. You want to think about the ribs and the hips just drawing together to get a little stretch through the front of the hip into the quad. So holding this position here, a little squeeze of your glute intensifies what you feel here. So that squeeze of your glute is like you don't want to fart in public. Keep that squeeze of the bottom to intensify that stretch through the hip. Hold it here for 4. A nice one to do, yeah, for 3. We've got 2. Last breath in and out. Keep everything in the same position. Don't move anything, but can you lift the right arm up to the ceiling? Pretend you're in grade 5. You know the answer. Lift the arm up to the ceiling. Draw the tummy in, reaching across to the left just a little to find that stretch from that right hip through the right quad. So you're stretching the front of the leg. hold for 2, hold for 1, and a breath out to bring it back, and relax. Let's turn you around. Let's do the same on the other side. Remember, if you want to be doing it facing your wall, facing your corner, you can with one arm each side of the wall. But you can also have one hand on the wall as well. The right leg is forward, the left leg is back. A little pelvic tilt. Yeah? Back leg has the stiletto, front leg has the ballet flat, left leg is behind. Find the squeeze of the glute like you don't want to fart to increase that stretch through the front of the hip into your quad. Stay long and lifted out of the torso for me, guys, yeah? From here, hold for 3, hold for 2, last breath in, last breath out. Again, don't change where you are. Keep everything in the same position. Keep the squeeze of the glute. Just lengthen that left arm up to the ceiling. Reach, reach, reach to the ceiling, and a slight little tilt across to the right to increase that stretch through that hip, through the quad. Let's hold for 3. I've got a little quiver and a shake here. Hold for 2. One more breath in and out. Bring it back to the center. A slow release for me, guys. So hopefully found a little stretch through the hips. Because we're sitting in our chairs, in our cars, commuting for a long period of time, guys, really important to give those hips a good stretch. The longer you can hold that particular stretch we just did, the better off you will be, yeah? It'll help mobilize the pelvis, will then loosen up the lower back and save you from some back issues, yeah? So the more you can do, we only held it for about 5-6 breaths here today, but you might aim for a good 15 to 20 breaths because these muscles here get super tight and they're super strong to begin with. We are going to sit down into our corner. So you've wedged yourself in, you are nicely supported by the wall. Knees are definitely bent and feet are in front. Legs are together. You can have a little gap between the legs, but you need to work out where those feet need to be. Shoulders melt, navel pulls in, grabbing the right leg, place the right ankle on the left knee. So if you're not got a wall, a corner to be leaning up against, you can just do it on a wall. You can do it sitting in your chair as well. So up tall. What I want you to do is not push on the knee, but think about that ankle. Can you just tilt the ankle up to the ceiling to allow that knee to drop out? So this is my right leg, the right knee, the right ankle sits on top of the left knee. Sitting tall into your sit position, into your little chair position here. And all I want you to do is pick up the ankle. So you're just picking it up and tilting it over to increase the stretch through the right hip, through the right glute. Hold it here for 3. Hold it here for 2. Big breath in, big breath out. Release the stretch, bring it down. So make sure you're comfortable, make sure you're confident with where you are on your wall sit. Right leg stays on the floor. Pick up the left leg. That left ankle sits on the right knee. So for me, my left side is the dodgy side, yeah? So really being mindful as to where you are in space. Don't roll forward. If you can't reach the leg, don't go here. Grab a chair and sit on the chair, yeah? But if you can you just pick up the ankle, just tilt it a little more to get a little more stretch through the glute. Let's hold for 3. Hold for 2. Last breath in and out. And slowly bring the leg back down. Slowly pull your weight away from the wall. So we've stretched your calves, given your hamstrings a little stretch, the hips and the quads, as well as your glutes. I hope you enjoyed, guys, a little stretch for the lower half. Aim for a good 10, 15, possibly 20 breaths, particularly when you stretch out the lower half for the hips and the quads. They get super tight, they're super strong. So the more that you can release them, the better off you'll be. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time. Bye for now.